Good evening, you're watching Independent News. I'm Adam Dollar. Lots of exciting stories tonight, so let me give you a couple of the headlines. Officials of the Bangladesh embassy in the US will try to talk with Rizwanul Ahsan Nafiz. He was arrested for allegedly trying to blow up the Federal Reserve building. A Dhaka court issues summons against 10 people, including dandy-dying directors, BNP Senior Vice Chairman Tariq Rahman and his younger brother, Arafat Rahman Koko. The Cabinet approves the draft of the amendment to the Company Act with a provision for appointing administrators in private companies. Officials of the Bangladesh embassy in the United States will try to talk with detained Bangladeshi student Rizwanul Ahsan Nafiz today. Nafiz was arrested for allegedly trying to blow up the Federal Reserve building on Wednesday. Deputy Chief of the Bangladesh Mission, Abdul Muhit, says that the US government is yet to respond to their request for meeting Nafiz, as the offices remained closed on Saturday and on Sunday.
Nafiz has been kept at New York's Brookline custody after being arrested on Wednesday. During their meeting with the U.S. State Department, Bangladesh embassy officials sought permission to talk to Nafiz, but the decision remained pending due to the weekend.
We talked with the Justice and the State Departments. We wanted to talk with Nafiz alone. They said that they would give the decision later. The US government took the incident very seriously. They said that it was the most devastating terrorist plot after the 9/11. That's why they sent it to the grand jury. 12 juries will decide whether Nafiz is guilty or not. The decision will be transparent. We also want a fair and transparent trial for Nafiz.
Which is good, it would be a transparent one.
We sought their permission, but no decision has been given so far. We hope to get a decision tomorrow after the weekend.
Meanwhile, the U.S. intelligence agency FBI has not yet decided whether it will file a case against Nafiz. They sent the complaint to the grand jury for a decision. According to the U.S. law, the issue will be raised at the grand jury within the next 30 days. Nafiz will be allowed to defend himself in front of the grand jury. Nafiz was arrested for allegedly plotting to blow up the New York Central Bank. However, it is widely alleged that Nafiz has actually fallen into the FBI trap.
A Dhaka court has issued summons against 10 people, including dandy-dying directors, BNP Senior Vice Chairman Tariq Rahman and his younger brother, Arafat Rahman Koko. They were summoned in a case filed to recover a Sonali Bank default loan from dandy-dying. Rabiu Zaman, the judge of the Money Loan Court 1 in Dhaka, issued summons today. The court also ordered those accused in the case to appear before the court on the 14th of November. Sonali Bank filed a lawsuit against the directors of dandy-dying Limited on the 2nd of October to recover a 454.9 million taka loan. Tariq Rahman and Arafat Rahman, the two sons of BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia, are currently receiving treatment abroad with special permission from the government.
Tariq Rahman was the director of dandy-dying and he gave his personal guarantee to repay the loan. That is why both Tariq Rahman and Arafat Rahman were implicated.
The government has filed cases against Tariq Rahman and others of dandy-dying in a bid to divert people's attention from the Hallmark scam, showing Tariq Rahman as a director of dandy-dying, and the filing of case against him is a conspiracy.
In other news, the Cabinet has approved the draft of the amendment to the Company Act with the provision for appointing administrators in private companies. The amendment was approved at a regular meeting of the Cabinet today. Cabinet Secretary M. Musharraf Hossain Bhuiyan said the authorities of the administrators will be made public through a Gazette notification. He said the amendment will not create any problem for the private sector. The Cabinet Secretary added that there will be some measures to check the abuse of the amended law. Meanwhile, Anti-Corruption Commission Chairman Ghulam Rahman has said that the World Bank will be provided with documents of probe into corruption allegations in the Podda Bridge project. However, he told journalists in the capital today that the anti-graft body cannot give any documents straight to the multilateral lending agency. The ACC chief added that the commission will communicate with the World Bank through the Office of the Attorney General. On a different note, the ACC chairman said that the commission is ready to interrogate Ali Azam at a place that is convenient to him. Azam, the driver of former APS to Suranjit Singh Gupta, was asked to be present at the ACC office, but he didn't turn up. Ghulam Rahman thinks that Azam can give some important information on the railway scam. The Appellate Division has rejected an Anti-Corruption Commission or ACC plea challenging the bail of Destiny Group President and former Army Chief Harun al-Rashid. Appellate Division Chamber Judge Muhammad Shamsul Huda gave the order today. The High Court on Thursday granted a 2-month conditional bail to Harun al-Rashid in 2 cases filed by the ACC. The court granted the bail considering Harun's health conditions. The ACC filed a petition on Sunday seeking cancellation of the High Court bail. The Anti-Corruption Commission, or ACC, has interrogated Hallmark Group Chairman Jasmeen Aslam and General Manager Tushar Ahmed over the Shonali Bank loan scam. The anti-graft watchdog also interrogated former manager of Shonali Bank's Ruposhi Bangla branch, Azizur Rahman, over the scam. Azizur Rahman was brought to the ACC office around 10:30 in the morning. Hallmark Chairman Jasmeen and GM Tushar were brought to the ACC office around 11 in the morning. It was now for the 4th day that ACC officials interrogated the 3. Meanwhile, the ACC also quizzed Destiny Group Chairman Mohammed Hussain, Managing Director Rafiqul Amin and Director Didarul Alam. In other news, police have arrested 11 people in connection with the leakage of question papers of different public universities. The suspects were arrested from Kilgaon and Dhaka University areas in the capital last night. Police said the arrestees used special wristwatches to provide examinees with answers to the leaked questions. Here's a report on that.
These are not any usual watches. One can send SMS through these watches, which were being used for admission tests forgery. Some students of Dhaka University, BUET and Jahangirnagar University used to provide answers to admission seekers through these watches. The service takers were charged up to 150,000 taka.
These watches have mobile SIMs inside. We send SMS to examinees from outside. One of us writes answers to the questions. Then we forward those answers to the examinees inside the exam halls.
One admission seeker was recently kidnapped by the people involved in the forgery. He was later rescued from a Dhaka University hall.
These people send answers of multiple choice questions. For example, they write C for question number 1, B for question number 2, or D for question number 3. These watches are basically a type of touchscreen cell phones. This is how some admission seekers answer maximum number of questions rightly by using these watches.
ঘড়ি থেকে উত্তরগুলো যথাযথভাবে সমাধান করে থাকেন।
The arrestees include an assistant inspector of the Anti-Corruption Commission and students of Jagannath, Dhaka and Jahangirnagar universities and American International University of Bangladesh.
That was a report on a fraud case. Meanwhile, a tense situation is prevailing in Sharail Upazila of Brahmanbaria following the murder of the Upazila Awami League Vice President Iqbal Azad. Supporters of the slain Awami League leader blocked the Dhaka-Sylhet highway for 2 hours this morning. They also torched 7 houses, a poultry farm and vandalized some houses belonging to people allegedly responsible for the murder. 3 platoons of the Border Guard Bangladesh have been deployed in the area to maintain law and order. The slain leader's family said that Azad's body will be taken to Dhaka after holding funeral prayers at Brahmanbaria Loknath Field. Iqbal Azad was attacked by unknown assailants yesterday evening near Sharail Upazila headquarters. He was rushed to Brahmanbaria District Hospital where doctors declared him dead. Welcome back, you're watching Independent News. Foreign Minister Deepu Mani has warned against any attempt to destroy secularism. She said that the present government believes in democracy and secularism. The Foreign Minister made the comments at a program marking the United Nations Day 2012. She said that the Ramu incident tarnished the secular image of Bangladesh. She also vowed to try the perpetrators of the Ramu violence. For further news, I'll hand over to my colleague Adnan Hussain, who's right here beside me. Hello, Adnan. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Dollar.
Kind of slithered in while I was on the news.
Absolutely.
Anything exciting?
I'm geared. Absolutely geared.
Okay, great. Let's go on.
State-owned commercial banks will disburse more than 4 billion taka in loans to tanners for the Eid al-Adha this year. However, tannery owners say that the amount is insufficient. They apprehend that hides of good quality may be smuggled out of the country if tanners are not provided with adequate loans. More in this report.
State-owned banks always provide tanners with a large amount of loan ahead of Eid al-Adha. Last year, Sonali Bank disbursed 660 million taka for the purchase of raw hide. Janata Bank disbursed 1.5 billion taka. Agrani Bank 960 million taka, while Rupali Bank disbursed 700 million taka. This year, Agrani and Janata Banks have decided to disburse more loans than the previous year. However, Sonali Bank says the bank can increase the loan limit on the basis of proposals from hide traders.
The loan limit will not be lower than that of the previous year, but it takes some time to increase loans. Probably we'll renew last year's loans.
But tanners say that the loan limit proposed by state-owned banks is much lower than required.
Tannery owners told us that the banks are planning to reduce the limit of loan this year, let alone increasing it.
Tanners fear that raw hides may be smuggled out of the country if they fail to buy adequate hides due to a fund crunch.
We hope banks will finance us to stock raw hides. Otherwise, we fear that quality hides might be smuggled out of Bangladesh.
Tannery owners have also sought government support to help them coming out of the prevailing crisis in the sector.
Election Commissioner Zabid Ali has said that the deadline for updating voters' list will be extended further. He announced this to journalists at the Commission's Secretariat in the capital today. Zabid Ali also said that the Commission will set up some registration centres in different areas within the next few days to expedite updating of the voters' list. He added that people of a particular locality will have the opportunity to get registered with a specific registration centre. In reply to journalists' queries, Zabid Ali said that the Election Commission will invite all political parties for talks. He said that the Commission will take appropriate measures if any party refrains from attending the dialogue. Communications Minister and Awami League leader Obaidul Qadir has acknowledged that party people are involved in organizing cattle markets across the country. He also said that the government has not succeeded in controlling traffic congestion and extortions during the lack of cooperation from local leaders and supporters. Obaidul Qadir made these observations after visiting the Dhaka-Maimanshing and Dhaka-Tangail highways. The minister also ordered postponement of the Bangabandhu Bridge repair work for 8 days to ensure hassle-free travel during Eid holidays. Responding to a question on the Padda Bridge, the minister said that nearly 95% of the preparatory work for the bridge has been completed. The construction work will start after permission has been obtained from the Finance Ministry.
Political leaders and supporters are involved, and this is the truth. Traffic congestion as well as illegal toll collection cannot be prevented or stopped completely without the cooperation of everyone.
Durga Puja, the largest Hindu festival in Bangladesh, has reached Maha-Ashtami today. This festival marks the victory of goddess Durga over the evil buffalo demon Mahishasur. Ashtomi's main attraction is the Kumari Puja, which is the worship of a young girl as Devi Durga. Kumari Puja was observed at the Ramakrishna Mission and several other temples in the capital today. This year, 5-year-old Adrita Chaudhary was selected to represent the goddess. Her parents are Manik Chakraborty and Rakhi Goswami, and she herself is a nursery school student. All rites of the Mahashtami Puja will be carried out until 11:47 p.m. when the next stage of the festival will begin with Shandhi Puja. More on the stock news. Trading on the Dhaka Stock Exchange saw a rise in the benchmark index in the second day's trading of this week. Prices of most issues traded also increased. The DSE General Index gained 68 points or 1.53% to close at 4,515. Of the 272 issues traded, prices of 194 advanced, 67 declined and 11 remained unchanged. Turnover for the day's stock stood at 3.4 billion taka. Cuba's revolutionary former leader Fidel Castro has written a strongly worded article condemning persistent rumors that he is on his deathbed. The 86-year-old attacked international media, lies and published photos of himself in Cuba's state media. He said that he was in good health and could not even remember the last time he had a headache. Venezuelan politician Elias Jawa said yesterday that he had 5 hours meeting with Castro the previous day. He presented a photo of the encounter and said that the former Cuban leader was very well, very lucid. The last images of Castro to be made public are from March, when the Cuban ex-leader briefly met Pope Benedict during the pontiff's visit to Cuba. Sports news now. Sheikh Russell have won the Federation Cup football title for the first time by beating Sheikh Jamal Dhanmondi Club 2-1. All these goals were scored during the stoppage time after the regular 90 minutes ended goalless. Emily and Sony scored for Sheikh Russell, while Sheikh Jamal's Nigerian striker Mike netted their consolation goal.
শীর্ষ টুর্নামেন্টগুলোতে শেখ জামাল ধানমন্ডি ক্লাব লিমিটেড
That's all from me. Back to you, Adam. Anything that you would like to add now?
I believe we have an update on our mobile services. Let's see if we can get that on air. We're going to end this news for the evening, but you can, before I end, let me give you this one. You can get more news and updates from independent television through your mobile phones. For breaking news, go to your mobile message option, type *B and send to 16232. For daily news updates, type *DN and send to 16232. You can also call 16232 from any operator to listen to the latest headlines in Bangla. And that's it for this evening. We're going to be back, of course, at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I hope to see you then with us. It's a good night from both of us.
Good night.
Good night.